I played Umamusume for the first time. I thought I'd fucking hate it because there's two things I don't like in this world. Hassan and furries, right? And what do you know? I actually like these fucking furries. I am officially a supporter of horse racing, right? I never thought I'd say that. I am an official supporter of horse girls and Umamusume. Rest in peace, Grasshopper. What's his name? Grasshopper. Yeah, rest in peace, that horse. But yep. I'm all in. I get the craze. Grass Wonder. Yeah, same shit. Grass Wonder, exactly. Rest in peace. Bro, I don't want any animals like a horse dying like that. That's sad. Yeah, rest in peace, Grass Wonder, the GOAT. Which horse would I like? We're gonna find out in this video. All right, so check it out, my boy Glave's video on how a horse girl game changed $1 billion industry.
Spent any amount of time online recently, there is a good chance you have seen them. Anime girls with horse ears and tails, running with incredible speed and celebrating on a concert stage like idols? Wait, who wrote this script? Maybe you saw a meme about it, or a video from a big content creator, and a clip about someone quite literally losing their mind over a horse race.
This was literally me yesterday. I don't even know who this guy is, but this was me yesterday. He copied me, even though he did it first.
This is Uma Musume.
Guys, should I get a horse for my background?
Pretty Derby. A game that
This song is infectious. I'm not even fucking joking. Like, it plays in my head all day. It's gonna drive me mad. I'm gonna grow a fucking horse tail.
after years of being a phenomenon in Japan, finally had its global launch last month. And overnight, it feels like it's everywhere. A massive wave of new characters,
$1 billion,
terminology, and new inside jokes that has just washed.
If you're gonna shill for a game, stop shilling for stupid ass Genshin, stupid ass Honkai, stupid ass ZZZ, bum ass Wuwa, right? Shill for Umamusume, the horses, they need your support. It's based on reality. What the fuck is Genshin based off of? Name one character that's based off somebody real. Yeah, we're horse shills.
For shores.
You can either pick whores or horses. Pick one.
Behind the sudden surge of content and the memes is a franchise that is, in its home country, a titan. This isn't some quirky...
You can play it first person?
New indie title. It is a multi-billion-dollar cultural juggernaut. So that raises the question.
They gotta make a VR version.
Chaos, what is this Umamusume thing really about? How did a game about horse
it's a mod?
Pop
Bro, they gotta steal that mod.
Idols become one of the most successful and financially powerful media franchises of the 21st century? The answer is a lot more complex and frankly, a lot more interesting than you might think. So let's get into it.
My horse girls can't be this cute. They are actually adorable, right? Like, no sexualization. Maybe a few of them have the bouncy balloongas, you know what I mean? But most of them, for the most part, like 95% of them, are just normal, cute little girls.
The core idea...
We love cute little girls.
...of Umamusume is this. The souls of legendary real
King Halo, yeah!
are reborn as anime girls. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm laughing.
I'm waiting till they show my goat.
Young women
my
who
horse.
have the ears and tails of a horse, along with their namesake speed and endurance. They go to a special academy to train, compete in high-stakes race, and when they win, they celebrate by performing a full-blown idol concert on stage. Now, if you're hearing this for the first time, it can sound like a mess, I know.
No, it sounds normal.
By throwing darts at a board of all of the
That's how fucked up my mind's become, because this is just so normal to me now.
Popular genres.
I've seen everything
now. It is not random. It is actually
nothing could
a
surpass
very
this.
deliberate fusion of three incredibly powerful pillars of Japanese pop culture. The first, obviously, is the world of professional horse racing. In
Japan is so fucking weird, but in the good way. Like, the things that are super popular to me, nobody gives a fuck about in America. Who cares about horse racing? Like, horse racing, something you do when you live in the countryside and you just attend a race and that's it. You go home, you forget about it, right? But in Japan, it's fucking massive. Anime, what else? Baseball's massive. Baseball's big in America, but like not that big like it is in Japan, Remember when we went to the arcade and there was a whole room for a horse racing simulator? Yeah, what the fuck was that about? They sponsored a real horse race in Paris? I bet they did.
In Japan, this isn't
Japan's
a niche
doing it
sport.
right.
It is a massive industry, rich with decades of history.
I didn't even
drama,
know this.
And passionate fans. It provides a ready-made supply of epic narratives of
I didn't see one horse in Japan. Maybe because I was in Tokyo.
Tragic heroes, and dominant champions. The second pillar is the idol simulation genre. These are games focused on training and developing characters, building a connection with them, and watching them succeed in choreographed performances. The appeal here is the character attachment, right? You want to root.
I love that. I love that about this game, is that you have an attachment to these characters. You have your girl. You know what I mean? Japan is like that. Like, my wife always talks about this, but at the baseball games in Japan, people have their beer girl that they go to the games just for their beer girl, and that's their beer girl. Crazy shit. I love it.
Root for this specific character. And the third pillar is a trend that was at its peak when this project was conceived. It's called moe anthropomorphism. That big word
I can't even say that. Moe anthropomorphism.
I just said, that is a fancy term for a simple idea. The practice of taking non-human things, inanimate objects, concepts, animals, and personifying them as.
There's a beer girl anime? Why did 2 people say that? Why did 3 people say that? What the fuck? No, there isn't.
Cute anime-style characters. The most famous example is probably the Kantai Collection, a game where historical warships were
Hentai?
reimagined as girls. Or if you're here on YouTube, you would probably heard of Earth-chan, right? Uma Musume
Earth-chan?
simply applied that same logic to famous horses. So you have the drama of a real sport, the character appeal of an idol sim, and the novelty of anthropomorphism all rolled into one.
How does he
And this
say it
blend
like that?
wasn't an accident. One of the key creative figures behind the project was Akihiro Ishihara, a producer famous for his work on
This guy changed the world. He should be praised like a god.
the foundational Idol franchise. The Idol Master, the developer, CyGames, had already made a massively successful Idol Master mobile game, so the expertise for the idol side of the equation.
Oh my god, imagine how much money they're making. Idolmaster, Umamusume. Holy fuck. Oh my god, I better not hear about any layoffs at that company.
Was already there. They knew exactly what they were doing, and this is the key observation. The genius of Uma Musume wasn't in inventing something entirely new, it was the audacious act of synthesis. It took 3 proven, successful concepts and fused them together.
How could we make horse racing better? We turn the horses into girls. Fucking genius.
Building it all on the bedrock of a culture that already loved horse racing. Now, the foundational rule of the Uma Musume franchise is that every single character is a direct, faithful homage to a real racehorse from Japan's history. This isn't just about borrowing a famous name. The developers meticulously.
Wait, do the horses have anything resembling these girls on them now? Like, now that the game is out, are the horses running like with like character clothes on it? What do you mean, yes? The fuck? You think the horse knows how famous they are?
Researched the lives of these animals, and they translated their real-world narratives, their personalities, their rivalries, and their legacies into the characters you play. This is where the game's emotional weight comes from, and you can see this clearly by looking at the few key examples. Let's start with Special Week. She is the franchise's main protagonist, the archetypal hero, the real horse.
Babe, I know you're in the chat. You gotta say which one's your favorite. Guys, you have to tell me which one's your favorite as well. Oh, do we fuck with Special Week? She's pulling a goddamn tire!
Horse's story is like something out of a movie. His mother died shortly after he was born, but he overcame that tragic start to become a
The horses have backstories!
dominant champion, winning Japan's most famous races like the Japanese Derby and the Japan Cup. In the game, this is translated perfectly. She is a pure-hearted girl from the countryside who moves to the city, dreaming of becoming the best in Japan. To honor her 2 mothers, her deceased birth mother and the human who raised her. Her story is the classic relatable entry point for the entire world. And then you have the complete opposite, a horse girl named Haru Urara. She represents the spirit of the underdog. The real Haru Urara is famous for one of the most remarkable records in racing history. She ran in 113
I wouldn't make it through one race. 113! The best? Is that the goat? The goat horse?
races and never won a single.
I'm gonna cry. That's heartbreaking. Still alive? What is it, fucking immortal? Holy shit. Look at the little flower on her head. Oh my god, she's adorable. Wow, I'm not gonna be able to look at these characters the same anymore. This might be my new favorite game. She's 30? What is that in horse years? Like 300?
Goal 1. During an economic recession in Japan, she became a national icon, celebrated as the shining star of losers.
I can't wait to go back to Japan. We have to attend a fucking horse race, babe. We have to. I don't care if it's 10,000, 1 million yen per ticket.
For her unwavering
She's still
persistence
healthy.
in the face of constant defeats. In the game, her character is a perfect reflection of this. She is perpetually cheerful and
The day she dies is the day Japan takes off from work. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. It's gonna become a holiday.
endlessly optimistic and never stops trying her best. She is a free character that everyone gets, and her story isn't about victory, but about the pure joy of running and
Oh my god, it's like John Cena. John Cena doesn't care about winning. He just wants to wrestle. He loses like every fucking match. Oh my god.
Searching this
She is
got
cute.
me really loving this
Oh, I
character.
can't wait to get
So
back
if you
on this
want
game
more
now.
stories about these horses, make sure to smash
She
that
does it for the
subscribe
love.
button and like the video, and I will make more Umamusume videos for
Please
you. But
do,
let's continue to the
Glaive,
next
please.
horse, and this one is a fan favorite, Golden Shippu, who represents the chaos of the sport. The real
Fuck
Golshi
yeah!
was an immensely talented champion who was also notoriously temperamental and unpredictable. His most infamous moment came at the 2015 Takarazuka Kinen as the overwhelming favorite to win, and then he decided to just not.
Holy shit. Imagine that. Everybody is putting their money on this fucking horse. They're like, there's no way this horse is losing. And he decides, I ain't racing. Based?
He reared up in the start.
Oh my god. Holy shit. I'd whip out the fucking gun.
Gate refused to run properly and instantly obliterated an estimated 12 billion yen.
Hey Siri. What's 12 billion yen to USD?
It's $81,249,620.77.
About 135 million US dollars today in betting tickets. His in-game counterpart is a loving tribute to this spirit. He is characterized as an ungovernable gremlin, prone to slacking off, playing pranks, and injecting a hilarious dose of unpredictability into everything he does. This commitment to history goes down to the smallest details.
I'm never picking her. I don't want to race for the fun of it. I want to race to fucking win. I'm never picking her.
Details of
Now I
character
know.
design. There is a consistent design cue.
I don't
If a
trust
character's
her.
main hair accessory is on their left ear, it signifies the real horse was a mare, a female. If it's on the right ear or both, it was a stallion. The distinctive white facial markings that many of the horses have, things like blazes and stars, are often creatively woven into the character's hairstyles
Oh my
as color
God.
highlights or bangs. This profound respect for history
What is this, like cave painting of the horse? Like the horse was around with the dragons and shit. What the fuck?
gave the franchise an emotional soul. But a great idea needs a great strategy to become a phenomenon, am I right? So you have this incredibly strange, but surprisingly solid blueprint. Now the question then becomes, how do you take an idea like that and turn it into a
Wait, they were around with the dragons. What am I talking about, bro? I've watched Game of Thrones.
multi-billion-dollar phenomenon? The answer lies not just in the concept itself, but the corporate machine that brought it to life. A company called CyGames, and their approach to building a franchise is methodical. They operate on a principle known as the media mix. This is a business strategy where you develop a single idea, or what the industry calls an intellectual property, an IP, across many different forms of media all at once. So you don't just make a game, you make an anime, a manga, music, live events, and also
Everything. Oh my god, I can only imagine Japan having pop-up shops for fucking Umamusume. They probably do it every week, and there's probably lines around the fucking block for it. I'm telling you right now.
the game.
Yeah, I know they do. I don't even have to ask. I know it. I know it without even knowing. Without even seeing it, I fucking know they're doing it, bro. Every store we go into in Japan is gonna have a horse now. I swear to God, they might have horses on sale.
game, all designed to work together and build one massive interconnected world. But where CyGames differ
This is
from
genius!
most is how they do it. Now, normally, a game developer has to license out their IP. They pay another studio to produce the anime, another company to publish the manga. This can work, and I would argue that it's actually easier. But you do lose a lot of control. CyGames decided to just build the machine themselves. This is called vertical integration. They established their own in-house animation division, and then a full-on anime studio called CyGames Pictures. They operate their own digital
Yeah, I mean, they make billions off of this shit. Why not make a fucking anime?
manga label. What this means
They have horse plushies. I'm buying all of them. You're gonna see my whole background, bro. I swear to God, I'm gonna rent a horse for the day. We're gonna walk it down the steps. It's gonna sit in the fucking background while I react.
is that they own everything from top to bottom. They have near total creative control, ensuring that the characters in the anime are consistent with the characters in
And
the
then we'll eat it the following day.
game, and they're also consistent with the horses in real life. And of course, they get to keep all of the revenue from every part of the ecosystem. It is a slow, expensive way to do business, but the payoff is immense. And with Uma Musume, this strategy was put to the ultimate test during what should have been a disaster. This is where things get interesting.
Here we
Now,
go.
the game was originally supposed to launch in late 2018, right alongside the first season of the anime, but it didn't. It was hit with major delays, pushed back to 2019 and then 2020. This is what is known in
I'm more excited to watch this anime than One Punch Man Season 3.
the industry as development hell.
Oh, we're definitely gonna watch it.
For most new projects, it is a death sentence. The hype dies, the fans move on. But here, the opposite happened. The first season of the anime aired as planned in 2018, and it was a success.
It's
It
bigger than
established
ever.
the world. It got people invested in the characters, Special Week, Silent Suzuka, and it created a core fan base who are now eagerly waiting for the game. And then came the long
Eagerly. Oh, eagerly. I thought it said e-girly. Eagerly. Okay.
wait. But instead of letting
It's almost like a play on the words. Yeah, e-girly.
the
Yeah.
IP go cold, CyGames kept it alive with another media. They released a comedic spin-off anime. They launched the highly regarded manga series, Cinderella Grey.
Anybody read this fucking manga? That cover looks pretty cool. You think the horses read them?
Which told the story of a different generation of horse girls. So the repeated delays, rather
Isn't that so crazy? Like, these horses will never understand the impact they have on the fucking world. Because they're not like us. They don't know they're famous. They don't know how big they are and how many people support them. Only if that motherfucking horse knew. People lost $84 million because he didn't want to race. Golden Ship. Oh, you talked to her? You talked to them? You asked? What do you mean they know?
than killing interest, just let the anticipation build for nearly 3 years. And this led to a strategic masterstroke. The game finally launched on February 24, 2021, and this was perfectly timed to coincide with the airing of the anime's second season, which had
Genius.
started a month earlier. The game
Wow.
didn't launch into a cold market, it launched to a prime audience that
You can send gifts to the real horses. You have people crying online because they sent like a ball to their favorite horse and the horse is playing with it.
has been
What
cultivated
if you send something to the horse, it eats it and dies? Then you're to blame for the death of it.
for years, and the new anime season acted as a massive ongoing weekly commercial. It created this powerful synergistic feedback loop,
Oh
driving
my
downloads and
God.
engagement to staggering levels from
commercial.
day one. The troubled development, far from being the fatal blow,
Everybody
ultimately
needs to
ensured
play this
that
game once in their
Umamusume
lives.
launched as the hugely anticipated centerpiece of an already beloved franchise. So CyGames built a perfect launchpad. They had a captive audience and a
Wait, bro, they should have like 24/7 live streams for the horses. Holy shit. Yeah, I'd be gifting subs every day.
platform marketing machine running at full steam. But none of that would have mattered if the game itself wasn't good. And the reason it captured and kept that audience lies in a deeply addictive and masterfully designed gameplay loop. At the heart of Umamusume
When Goldship retired from racing, his trainer found out that he had ran even faster than when he was racing. So he realized that Goldship literally never tried.
is the primary game mode, the career mode. And the best way to describe it is as a roguelite training simulator. Now, roguelite is a bit of gamer
RTS.
jargon. And if you played popular games like Hades, you are probably more familiar
Fuck Hades. It's all about Umamusume. I don't want to hear about this Hades bullshit.
with the term roguelike. The
Babe, do you want to get into horse racing?
difference is
CyGames doing Summer Hikaru died? That's crazy.
small, but it's a little
They're
bit important.
swimming in
Classic,
money.
Strict roguelike. When your run ends, you lose everything. You start the next run with nothing but the knowledge you, the player, have
Love it.
gained. But in roguelite, like in this game, there is a system of permanent progression. You get to carry something over from each run. Unlocks and currency, or in this case, genetics, that makes your future runs a little easier. You are constantly getting stronger in the long term, even if you fail individual
Dude. Babe, I know you're here. We gotta buy a farm, raise a horse, and train that fucking horse until it's able to run in the Japanese horse races. We are doing it. And every time it fails, we kill it and we train a new one until that fucking horse is ready to race and be introduced into a game, right? And we'll make sure the girl in the game looks like my wife and a little bit of me too. So we'll make sure it has my forehead, but then my wife's beauty. So it's like us mixed, right? That'll be our child.
attempts.
Guys, would you bet on the horse?
And Uma Musume is a perfect example of a roguelite. Each training run is a self-contained session. You pick a horse girl, you start from scratch with basic stats, and you have a limited number of turns to make her as strong as possible for a series of races. It is a game of
What's the horse's name? Horse sweat.
strategy, not reflexes. You are the trainer, making all of the
Yeah, I
decisions. Your goal is to balance 5 core stats: speed, stamina, power, guts, and wit. Each turn, you choose a training facility to raise these stats. But the most critical
I could just see myself in this game. It's gonna happen. Manifest it.
element, the real key to success, isn't the horse girl you're training, it is the deck of 6 support cards you equip before the run even begins. Now these cards,
I have
which
all
you
those
get
cards.
primarily through the game's lottery or gacha system, represent other characters who act as your training partners. If you train in a facility where one of your support characters is present, you get huge bonus stats. The entire meta game revolves around building a powerful and synergistic deck of these cards. They are more important than anything else, and this is where the game's loop and its monetization
Who the fuck is that? Resort Icon? It's calling? I never heard of them.
become one and the same. The gacha system in Umamusume is generally
Who are these horse NPCs?
seen as being
Oh, NPCs? I knew it!
player friendly. For a gacha system at least, it gives out a decent amount of free currency, and it has what is called a sparking mechanic.
I can't believe what it gave me when I played. It like emptied a bank at me. You know how much I got without even spending $1? No other gacha game I played was that kind. Not even 10% of how kind Umamusume was. You know how much money I spent on Wuthering Waves? I spent over 1,000 for sure. Sometimes I lose to 50-50. And then I gotta spend another 100.
This just means that after 200 pulls
Yeah, 100.
on a specific banner, the game lets you choose the featured item you want, guaranteed. It eliminates the worst case scenario of pure bad luck, but its true strength is that it is strategically demanding. The monetization isn't just about collecting your favorite characters, it is about investing in your own performance. Players pull on the gacha for better support cards, because better support cards lead to better training runs. It is a direct investment in your ability to succeed at a game, and that's
I am obsessed with this game already because of this video. Yesterday I was really into it, but now I can't wait to get back to it. Like, I want to bet in a horse race. It's gonna happen. It might become an addiction of mine.
cycle is made permanent by one last brilliant mechanic, the inheritance system. When you complete a training run,
Like, all of my Patreon earnings for the month, it's going on a horse.
the horse girl you just raised is saved as a veteran. For your next run, you select 2 of your previously trained veterans to act as parents. For your new trainee, these parents then pass down a portion of their stats and special genetic factors to the next generation. This
love
creates
that.
a powerful self-reinforcing loop. You pull for good support cards. Those cards help you train a strong horse girl, and that strong horse girl then becomes an excellent parent, allowing you to train an even stronger generation of racers. It makes every single playthrough feel meaningful, creating a powerful incentive to continually repeat the loop, to keep chasing that perfect combination. It is an incredibly well-designed machine for player engagement. And when you
You should be able to buy, like, steroids and shit in this game.
combine that machine with the franchise's deep emotional core, the results start to bleed into the real world. This isn't a
Go to the Kentucky Derby. If it ain't Japanese, I don't care.
superficial reference.
Kentucky doesn't sound Japanese.
It is a deep, profound respect for the source material. And this deep connection to the real story, this pact with the legacies of these animals, did more than just make the game a success. It created a powerful feedback loop that began to blur the lines between the game and the real world, producing an effect that no one could have ever predicted. An effect that would eventually be measured in billions of yen and a fundamental shift in the entire industry.
The mobile version of Umamusume, the mobile version, just mobile, earned 2.4 billion in 3 years.
First, let's look at the raw numbers, because they are staggering. As of March 2024, the Umamusume mobile update has generated
most of us will never make even 1% of that in our lifetime.
Over 2.4 billion US dollars.
Wait. Hey, Siri. Siri! What's 1% of 2.4 billion?
That would be 24 million.
Yeah. 1%. None of us are making that much.
In the lifetime revenue. It is revenue per download. The average amount of money it makes from every person who installs it is over $120, which is exceptionally high for any mobile game. And what makes these numbers even more remarkable is that over 95% of this revenue has come from a single country, Japan. This isn't a global hit. It is a domestic cultural
country?
event. But the Umamusume effect, as it has been called, goes far beyond just money. It has fundamentally changed the sport it is based on. The Japan Racing Association.
I need that. I need that fucking plush. Some of y'all thought I was gonna say that girl. You fucking weirdos. Some of y'all would say that. I want the horse. I want it.
Has reported a massive surge in
No, I don't want the girl. I have one for the rest of my life. I want the horse.
Attendance at racetracks, but more importantly, a clear demographic shift in who is attending. The term Umamusumeka, or the Umamusumeification of the sport, has coined to describe this phenomenon. Racetracks that were once dominated by middle-aged men are now filled with new generations.
Tell me that's not the cutest thing. I want it. I want it right now.
Of fans, people in their teens and 20s, including a large and visible contingent.
What are we doing in America? Why are we doing this shit? This is so cool. The fuck are we doing? Basketball? Fuck that. Go to a basketball game, everybody's shaking their fucking ass in the front row. Look at this class. The country loves horse races. They get little horse plushies. They lose $84 million. It's so loving. It's so cool.
Of women who are.
We have horse racing. Nobody cares about it, though. Name 10 people within a 1 mile radius that cares about horse racing of you. I dare you.
Previously a tiny minority in the fandom, this new audience has engaged with the sport in ways no one expected. And the most powerful example of this is the story of a retired race.
Name one horse in America. One.
Horse named Nice Nature. Like many other characters in the game, he has an annual birthday donation drive to help support retired racehorses. In 2020, before the game came out, that drive raised a respectable 1.76 million yen. And then, in 2021, after the game's release, contributions from the game's fan base caused that figure to explode.
Oh, I thought he was saying you could buy the horse. I'm like, okay, looks like I have my birthday gift for next year planned.
To over 35.8 million yen, and the next year it grew again to over 54 million. This wasn't just a passive fandom, this was a community of game players using their passion to directly fund the real-world care and welfare of actual animals their favorite characters are based on. And this leads to perhaps the most direct and surreal manifestation of the entire phenomenon, the Fujita feedback loop. Susumu Fujita is the billionaire founder of Cyber Agent.
Oh my god. Fuck Elon Musk. This guy is the richest guy in the world. Without a doubt.
The parent company of CyGames, explicitly citing the success
Look at him.
of Umamusume as his motivation. He has become one of the most significant owners and investors in real-world horse racing industry. He has spent billions of yen at elite horse sales, acquiring a stable of top-tier racehorses. Think about what that means. Profits generated from a virtual game that celebrates the history of horse racing.
I fucking love Japan so much. I really do.
are being directly reinvested into creating the future of the actual sport. The game is quite literally funding the next generation of real-life equine athletes. It is a perfect symbiotic relationship between a product and its inspiration that is simply unparalleled in modern media. It is a story of success that is almost unbelievable in its scope and impact. But this incredible domestic triumph has
I want to be Japanese. It's not too late, bro.
also created its own set of challenges. As the franchise looks towards the future, it faces significant hurdles that could threaten its long-term health and global ambitions. But when you look at the whole picture, Umamusume is a perfect storm. It is an improbable concept, a fusion of idols and horse racing that should not have worked. It was brought to life by a masterful and patient corporate strategy.
You know what we gotta do? We gotta get, and I think I mentioned this yesterday on stream, we gotta get like every gacha creator. I'm not even a gacha creator. I'm just a guy that plays gacha games every now and then. But we gotta get everybody that plays gacha, right? And do like a horse race with all of us. But we know we're the racers and shit. And live stream that shit. Oh my God. Imagine how much money that stream would be. We'd be racing for fucking charity. Imagine me, bro. I'd be like number 8. Tectone would be like number 12. Like, can you imagine that shit? It would be insane.
Powered by an addictive and deeply strategic gameplay loop, and elevated by a profound genuine
I think some YouTubers did that. They don't matter.
respect for the history it was borrowed from. The result wasn't just another hit mobile game, it was a cultural force that managed to reshape the very
I'd make everybody put their bets on me, and then it's ready, the gun shoots, and everybody has to run. I'd be like, nap time. I'm gonna throw the race.
industry it was based on. But this incredible domestic triumph has also created its own set of challenges. And as the franchise looks toward the future, it faces significant hurdles that temper this success story. The threat comes from the legal world.
Would the winner do a live concert? Of course, I'd rap. Rapper reacts.
In 2023, the gaming giant Konami filed a patent infringement lawsuit
Boo! Fuck off, Konami!
against CyGames. They are seeking 4 billion yen in damages and, more critically, an injunction to halt the operation of Umamusume entirely. While CyGames maintains they are not infringing on any patents, the lawsuit represents a serious and ongoing risk to the franchise's
Fuck Konami!
future. And maybe that is the ultimate legacy of Umamusume. Its success might not be measured by its ability to conquer the globe. Its real triumph is in providing a powerful model for how to create a monumental, deeply resonant franchise
Konami, 7 out of 10, exactly.
by celebrating its own specific culture with authenticity and passion. Rather than sanding down its edges for a broad, general global appeal from the start, it is a landmark case study in the power of looking inward. This model was clearly a lightning-in-a-bottle success in Japan, but do you think this level of deep cultural specificity is something that can be translated for a global audience? Or is it destined to remain a domestic masterpiece? I'm curious to hear
It's a masterpiece. There's your answer.
your thoughts in the comments down below, but that is all from me, Glaive Kyo, and I will
This is why Japan is the best country in the world. It's for reasons like this that I will forever glaze Japan as number 1. Seriously, Nippon number 1, right? It does not get better than this. Seriously, man. Holy shit. Anime, horse girls, video games, god tier music. Like, what else does Japan have? You know what I mean? Like, everything is great over there. I swear to God, bro. China has woo-woo. Yeah, but Japan has Umamusume. Better. It's better, bro. You can't beat this. Like, we've reached the pinnacle of content. The pinnacle of gaming. Gacha's never going to be as good as this. Seriously, bro. It's never. How could you get better than this? Name one game, one gacha game that's better than Umamusume. I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll tell you if you're wrong. I'll tell you all. Limbus Company, trash. Grand Blue, trash. Blue Archive, trash. Dragon Ball, trash. Genshin, fucking trash. Temple Run? Oh, fuck.